welcome back to another video. I'm Natalie from the Wholehearted Vegan channel. I hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Over here in the UK, it is beautiful and sunny with blue skies, green, lush scenery everywhere, and it's just reminded me how much I love May so much. The month of May has got to be my favourite month of the year. And every time it comes around, I remember just how much I love it. It's really when this country kind of booms into green, lush, stunning countryside. It really makes me want to get outside. It really makes me want to do my garden. I haven't got a very big garden. In fact, I haven't actually got a garden. I've just kind of created one on a patio. But it makes me get out there, tend to all my little plants in their pots and always buy some new ones. And I love this time of year so much. So wherever you are in the world, I know obviously not all countries are going to be experiencing this boom in May, but for us it is just beautiful, so beautiful. But with all this beauty, the last few weeks have been pretty hard in our family, my family. We've had some pretty sad news. So it's been a bit of a, it's been a bit of a challenge just to know whether I'm going to keep coming onto YouTube, but I kind of sat with myself and thought, am I going to do this? And I want to. It does bring me joy. I know connecting with you brings me a lot of happiness, and trying to do my little part, my tiny little part in this world and help others is really rewarding. So I am still here and I hope to remain consistent with my videos. I know last week's video was pretty low energy. It was a really strange one for me to film. I just really struggled to film that tiny little clip that I filmed last week. But today I feel okay and I'm here to film. So today's breakfast, chocolate orange pot. I am mad about overnight oats since I made those chocolate and cherry ones. So I'm trying them a few different ways and this was very good as well. So the oats and the chocolate powder are mixed together with some plant milk. This is soy milk, but you can use any plant milk that you like, oat or cashew or soy. I added in some orange essence and gave that a good mix. It takes a little while for the chocolate to be accepted by the plant milk. And then I just simply put that into a glass bowl overnight. Obviously I just covered it over like this and I put that in the fridge overnight. The next morning I peeled a Satsuma and just enjoyed. Really great. So I also wanted to let you know that finally my little cookbook has arrived. I didn't want to release it until I'd actually seen what it would look like, because making something on your computer and having it printed are two very different things, right? But now it's come and it's a physical real book which I made, which is the first time I've ever done that. I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. So this is available now, and I will obviously put the links down below so that you can get yourself a copy. And if you don't need the physical copy, of course you can just have an ebook as well. I've made it so it's an ebook and a paperback book. I tried to do a hardback as well, but Amazon were being really difficult about that, so I gave up. But anyway, paperback's got to be fine, right? I've also included my favourite kitchen tools, a conversion chart from metric to imperial to metric. And this basically is a combination of all of my recipes that have been on my channel so far. So it gives you lots and lots of inspiration and ideas of ways to eat this whole food plant-based lifestyle while cooking oil-free, keeping those calorie densities low and keeping those nutrition densities high. I'm super proud of how it's turned out, so there you go. So for lunch today, now that it's sunny and we are officially in summer, I have made a really big salad. So let me show you what I made and how I kind of combined some starches into that as well. So I took a load of new baby potatoes and I chopped them into sort of bite-sized pieces and I seasoned them really well. So I used some chili flakes, onion powder, some garlic powder. I used some Cajun seasoning and lots of cracked black pepper. And I find that the seasonings do help the potatoes to crisp up as well. So I cooked those for about 50 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes it was. And then with my salad, I really like to make a really chopped salad where everything is chopped really small. And there's a couple of reasons. I like it so that each mouthful has different flavours and it's a lot easier to eat. So there's two good reasons. But also the more that you chop your salad up, the more kind of liquid is released, which kind of dresses through the whole salad and really makes it quite nice and easy to eat because you don't need a salad dressing. So as you can see there, I've got greens and radish, tomato, pepper, courgette, carrot. Lovely, absolutely lovely. And then I added on my side of starch, and that was a fantastic lunch. I had 2 plates of that. If you're thinking that won't fill you up, I had 2 plates of that, just so you know. So dinner is a wild rice and squash bake. So I started by taking the butternut squash and I gave it a scrub because I'm going to eat the skin, and then I pierced it. Now I don't know if you have to pierce these things if they're like a potato and they might explode, but I thought I'm not going to run the risk of having an exploded butternut squash in the oven. So I've pierced it and just baked that in the oven for about 50 minutes. Then I took some leeks, some spring onions and some red onion, and I prepared all of those, chopped them all up finely. If you don't have a vegetable chopper, of course you can just chop things by hand, but it's a really quick and easy way to get things chopped up. Cooked some wild rice on the hob and added all of those shredded vegetables into a large pan. This pan can go in the oven as well. And then I added some sage and some salt and pepper. And I just added a drop of water and got that water sautéing. Then I made a few breadcrumbs, very simple. I just took a piece of toast and a couple of tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and I kind of pulse blended those really quickly in the NutriBullet, and it just creates a nice little breadcrumb. Added about half of that into the mixture, added in the cooked rice, and then I started to chop up the butternut squash, which you can see is thoroughly cooked through. This is a much easier way to cook your squashes and your roots. Just cook them whole because they can be such a pain, can't they, to try and cut them when they're raw and they're very, very firm. So yeah, now I don't bother. For most dishes, I just try to figure it out that I can just cook them whole, and it saves me a lot of chopping when the veggies are hard and raw. So then I just chopped it up, and it's literally like, chopping baby food when it's cooked. It's so soft. Mixed everything through, and I did keep some of the rice water, which just helps to make sure it's not too dry because you've put those breadcrumbs in there as well. Then I topped it with some more breadcrumbs to kind of give it a bit of a crunchy top, and that went back into the oven just for another 10 minutes or so. And then it's time to serve. The link is in the description below so you can follow along with the recipe. I served it with salad greens and that was absolutely delicious. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.